Good morning. It is a little before 7 and it's cold, but not cold enough to put on a jacket. So I'm trying to go fast. I'm also, I realized yesterday, having a little bit of a flare-up of something health-related, which is, not an issue, but is slightly painful and highly annoying. So I just wanted to briefly complain about that. But yeah, I'm gonna go, I think just 22 today to the road. Oh, yeah. Low-key, the combination of this chocolate chip muffin, cold Folgers instant coffee, and listening to a live album from my favorite band is just wonderful this morning. And I got over the first hill, and there's only one more hill today, and it's at the end, so I'm kind of cruising for a while. Yeah. Also, I've been loving, the second half of yesterday, and so far today, we've been in pretty, decently densely forested areas, and it's all shady, and I kind of love it, because it reminds me of the East Coast and the AT, green tunnel vibes, but also the shade is nice, and the trail is so soft and nice. It's great. Also, I thought it was interesting. I'm pretty sure we're exiting it soon, but at some point yesterday we entered the Warm Springs Indian Reservation, which I don't remember on the AT if the AT went through any reservation lands, but I just thought it was interesting because obviously when they're creating the trail, they have to make all these agreements with public land agencies and even private landowners, and in this case I assume some kind of indigenous authority for this reservation, and particularly with reservation lands, it's it's really cool that they allow that and let us hike through here, because I feel out of anyone, they have all the reason to be no, get the hell off of the small amount of land that we do have. So I just thought it's awesome that they do allow the PCT and PCT hikers to come through here, and it's a really pretty forest that we've been going through. So anyway, I thought that was interesting.
Some of the comments on the, so we used the mapping system far out, and it's got comments on there, and some of the comments are saying how amazing it was, so.
All right, well, I've been having a lovely morning, so let me fill y'all in. I, accidentally, so there's this guy who I hadn't met yet, who I was kind of leapfrogging with, not exactly, because I hate leapfrogging with people. I feel it's annoying for everyone involved. But especially the person who's generally in the front but being leapfrogged. And if you don't know, leapfrogging is just what I mean by that is when you are continually passing someone and then they pass you back, and you're doing that several times. It's just annoying because it's figure out your pace, figure out your position. And so there's this guy who I wasn't leapfrogging quite with, but a couple times he had stopped to talk to people, and I would catch up. And then I'd wait so that he could go again, because he seemed fast / at least my pace, maybe a little faster, which is rare. I usually don't meet folks who are faster than me. But then one of the times he was stopped and I caught up, we just kind of started hiking together and chatting. So I've been hiking with PFT for the past couple hours, I think. I will not tell you what his trail name is short for, because it's not YouTube appropriate, but I will tell you, even though I hadn't met this guy, I heard the story about his trail name in my first couple weeks on trail. This guy, his trail name story precedes him, and it's a very funny story, and I'm sad that I can't tell it. But we were hiking for a few hours, really good conversation. Trail's been really flat today, going past some lakes. One of the lakes, someone started yelling at us from the water, and we were like, "You good? What?" And it was a lady on her paddleboard who wanted to give us clementines for trail magic. So I've never gotten a trail magic from someone on the water. But that was nice. A decent amount of day hikers out today, especially for midweek, but I would assume it's because we're close to Timberline. I'm trying to get there tonight. I probably won't hike there tonight. I'll probably hitch into government camp and then get there's a $2 bus that goes up to Timberline. And so I was thinking about doing that just because I'm a cheat and I'm feeling tired. But I would really like to have the breakfast buffet first thing tomorrow at Timberline. Excuse me. And then I may or may not. I probably won't because I'm lazy. But it was an idea that seems like a cool idea. If I didn't want to like just skip that 10 miles up to Timberline from taking that bus, I could also like after the buffet tomorrow morning, I could slack pack it Sobo and then just get another bus up to Timberline because the buses run pretty regularly. So that was an interesting idea that PFT put forth. So if I do that 10 miles, it'll be slack packing it and downhill. It's a big climb. But I also may just not do it and just chill at Timberline because I need to upload videos and charge my stuff and things like that. So TBD. But yeah, it was really nice hiking with him. It distracted me enough that I totally just bypassed my morning break, which is probably for the best because I'm trying to get to the road crossing sooner rather than later. Oh, my arm's getting tired. You're going to have to deal with this. Because I'd like to get to Timberline sooner. I've heard because a lot of hikers are like yearning for the breakfast buffet. The camp spots on trail, even though there are a lot of them, they fill up quickly, I think. And so I'd like to claim a spot. And also the buses, like there's one at 4:13 and one at 7:13 from government camp. Although I've heard that they can come up to a half an hour early. So really, I'd love to be at government camp at like 3:30. And I think I can make it there by then if I can get a hitch pretty soon off of that road. But you just don't know. So we'll see. But I will stop for lunch soon. And I'm hungry. But yeah, it's been a good morning is my summary. The far out comments I was reading make a lot more sense now. There's not really a good view of it, but I think that's Mount Hood through the trees. It is really pretty, but there hasn't been a wide open view of it yet. I will show when there is. There we go. That's a better view. We just got a ride to government camp, and I have a bean burrito, and we both got 44-ounce sodas, which is insane.
God bless America.
So true. Okay, we got the bus to Timberline, and I'm biking very steep uphill to snag a camp spot before they're all taken. And then I'll go back and chill at the lodge, charge my stuff, maybe get a slice of pizza or something. Also, I just saw someone walking down with a snowboard, which is confusing to me because there's a tiny bit of snow, but there's not much snow. I'm not sure I understand the logistics of snowboarding in this. It's August, it's late August. But funny stuff. Oh, it's steep. And it is really gorgeous here. Alright, I think there are some more spots further down because I saw something on Far Out with 5 sites, but I think I'm just gonna take this because it is right next to trail and it is small, but I low-key very much prefer that over having neighbors right next to me. So this will be mine, and I'm gonna set up my tent and then get my butt down to the lodge. Also, if you don't know, Timberline Lodge is the lodge that's in the movie The Shining, which I've never seen. I don't really watch horror movies, but it's kind of a fun fact. They have like the axe and some other things that people tend to take pictures with. I probably won't because I've never seen it, so I don't really care. But for some people, that's an exciting part of this. Alrighty, I got pizza with Skippy and Stretch, which was really nice. And now I'm gonna journey, and I sat inside using the Wi-Fi for a while, and now I'm journeying back up to my tent. I didn't really set up anything. I only set up the tent. I didn't like set up my sleeping pad or anything before I went down, which I'm probably gonna regret because I'm gonna get chilly here pretty quickly. But there's Mount Hood, and tomorrow my plan is just to take the morning really chill. You know, I haven't given myself any zeros until the end, which for me is interesting because I love zeros. But because of that, when I do have like shorter days allotted, or when I figure out how to make a day shorter, like today by taking the bus up, or I guess that's technically making tomorrow shorter because I did do 22 what I was going to do today. But point is, when I have shorter days, I am gonna try to like fully take advantage of them. And so my plan is to take tomorrow morning really chill and like hit the breakfast buffet immediately, because I've heard that that's kind of what you need to do, is get there early is the strat, and then sit around and use the Wi-Fi. I didn't do any of my like Wi-Fi chores today, which is mainly uploading videos. So I'll need to do this tomorrow, and then, I don't know, roll out noon at the latest. I don't know, but right now I need to use my flashlight, so good night.